G'day guys, Scotty here from The Hook and the Cook, and welcome back to our channel. Today I'm taking Channel 9 news out. There's a container ship that's coming down the coast, has lost 87, I think, containers off the boat, and there's debris washed up all over the central coast and up to Newcastle. It's coming into Port Botany this morning, so we're taking the guys out from Channel 9 just to film a segment. So I'm going to show you what happens behind the news. So it'll be quite interesting seeing this boat come in, so sit back and enjoy. Okay, we've got the tugs down the back on our way out. We've got Peter Stefanovic with us today. G'day Pete.
G'day mate.
How you going? I've got Andrew, our camera guy.
G'day.
And the boys are just getting set up, getting organised. About to do a live cross to the Today Show, I think, Peter, is that correct?
That is correct.
Fantastic.
2121.
Once we find out where this ship is.
Good morning, Sylvia. Well, just in the last couple of minutes there have been some developments. So what's going on now is that there are a couple of tugboats that have left the docking area in Port Botany, and they're heading out to the entrance, and they will attach themselves basically to YM Efficiency, which is that cargo ship which was making its way from Taiwan here to Sydney but got caught in some nasty weather just a couple of days ago. And so once those tugboats are with the cargo ship, it will bring its slow journey into Port Botany, and that's where it will be inspected, it'll be investigated to try and find out what went wrong, and then the owners of that cargo ship can figure out how much damage they've caused and how much money they've got to spend to make sure things are cleaned up. So as I was mentioning, this happened a couple of days ago. It was just off Port Stephens, about 30 kilometres off Port Stephens, when it got caught in nasty weather and lost 83 containers, a lot of plastic goods, a lot of building material that has left the cargo ship, and it's ended up on those 6 pristine beaches just off Port Stephens, and that's what's caused this huge cleanup operation that's now underway. The owners of the cargo ship have said that they accept full responsibility, and they'll do whatever it takes to make sure that's all cleaned up, but I suspect that is going to take some time to do that, and this operation this morning, we expect, will probably take quite a few hours as well.
So we're just playing the waiting game at the moment. The tugs are all set up, ready. I just made the boys a coffee. How's the coffee, Pete?
10 out of 10, Captain Scotty. 10 out of 10.
Well, it's all happening out here this morning. That's our container ship in the background there, just coming into port. And the tugs and that are over here, all getting ready. We've got 3 pilot boats out today, doing security on the area to keep people out of the way, because obviously we're out here with the news crews, choppers up in the sky behind us. We're just setting up ready for another cross to the Today Show, so should be interesting.
That boat's moving pretty quickly, Scotty, so we might have to do it on the run. We might have to do this on the run.
Yep, no problems at all.
Just prepare for that.
Well, it's going very well, I've got to say at the moment, Sylvia. You might be able to see Yangming Efficiency, which is that Taiwanese cargo ship behind me, and you can also see the containers. There's probably about a dozen of them that are kind of hanging precariously over the edge. So while it was quite a disaster that happened the other day when 83 containers fell into the sea, there could have been more. So I would say in about the next 15 minutes the cargo ship will pull into the dock at Port Botany, and that's when various investigators will get on board and have a look, take those damaged containers off. There were in excess of about 2,000 containers on board that cargo ship up until a couple of days ago. A lot of them were due to be dropped off or delivered here in Sydney, but there are others that have to be taken to other parts of Australia. So depending on how long the ship will remain docked in Port Botany, that remains to be seen, because it could be a couple of days, it could even be a couple of weeks, so investigators can do their job. But the authorities or people on board the ship have already claimed responsibility for it, and they'll be doing whatever they can to make sure that the mess, that debris that washed up from those containers into the ocean around those beaches around Port Stephens, they'll be doing whatever they can to clean it up, and whatever expense that is, then they'll be happy to pay for that.
Well, down at Port Botany, and the ship now is down behind me there, with the tugs going into its berth to unload those stricken containers that had come off in big seas. Nice little bit of a rainbow out behind me. And still raining out here on Botany Bay at the moment. And I got the 9 crew, Peter Stefanovic and Adam down there, just prepping for their next cross, their last cross for the morning to the 9 network. So we'll just come back to you in a sec and see how it goes.
Jane, well, you might be able to see it over my shoulder. It hasn't quite docked yet, but I reckon it will in the very near future. It's kind of sort of been floating on or close to the dock, and it's being pushed in. So they'll be able to unload the crew members and also some of that cargo in the next couple of hours or so. It moved in, YM Efficiency moved in to Port Botany at a fair clip this morning at around about 15 knots an hour, so that only took the space of about 15 minutes for it to come from the entrance into Port Botany. And you got a real sense of just how strong that wild weather must have been the other day, because there's probably, from what I saw, close to a dozen other containers that were hanging precariously over the edge that could well have joined the other 83 containers that moved from the ship or were washed from the ship out into the ocean near Port Stephanovic a couple of days ago because of that wild weather. That has caused all sorts of problems. There are a lot of people out there having to clean that up now, but the owners of the ship have admitted responsibility, and they said that they're going to pay whatever that takes. So for the foreseeable future anyway, YM Efficiency will be staying in Port Botany, so the relevant investigators can get in there and have a look at the damage and also see what sort of bill the owners of that ship will be looking at now, but there's no time frame on how much longer the cargo ship will stay here, because there were in excess of 2,000 containers. Some of them were due to be dropped off here in Sydney, and others were due to be dropped off in Melbourne and Brisbane, so in the next couple of days they might be able to move from here to continue that journey if they're allowed by these authorities.
Well, I've just arrived back at Port Botany boat ramp, and I've just dropped Peter and Adam off, the guys from Channel 9, and we just filmed an interesting segment of that container ship coming in with the containers hanging off the side that got damaged in big seas up the coast. It's interesting seeing behind the news and what the guys do. Now guys, tune in every Friday to The Hook and the Cook for another fantastic clip. Please subscribe to our channel. You can follow us on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, and we'll see you guys on the water next week. Cheers.